And Johnny, now it is officially time to end the podcast. Topic numero cuatro here on the Rick and Johnny podcast, a special 4-part edition of the R&J podcast. And I had to throw this one in there. I had to, because this was apparently on Tuesday, it was announced that Disney will be removing its films from Netflix and launching its own Disney-branded streaming service in 2019. According to EW.com, the new platform will become the exclusive home in the U.S. for subscription streaming of Disney and Pixar movies from the beginning with the 2019 theatrical slate, which includes Toy Story 4, Frozen sequel, the live-action Lion King, and it will feature library titles as well as original movies, TV shows, and short content. In addition, Disney will also be rolling an ESPN-branded sports streaming service in early 2018. It will feature approximately 10,000 live regional, national, and international games and events a year, including content from MLB, NHL, MLS, Grand Slam tennis, and college sports. I'm going to ask you this. What does this mean? Is this good? Is this bad? Is this good for Netflix, bad for Netflix, good for us, bad for us? What do you think about this?
I say it's definitely bad for Netflix.
Well, here's the thing, though, and I know what people are thinking. They're thinking, well, Ricky, what about my Marvel, and what about my Lucasfilms? What about my Star Wars? According to Superhero Hype, and I'm pulling up the article right now because a bad show host and me forgot to pull it up. You. Netflix is currently in talks with Disney, though, to keep its Star Wars and Marvel films. So this was also right after Disney announced it that they were doing that. Netflix is in conversations with them. The quote from Ted Sarandos from Netflix said, "That's why we got into the original business 5 years ago, anticipating it may not be an easy conversation with studios and networks to license their content," end quote. So they're in talks to keep Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah. You know what? Hopefully they can keep those two, because that way we can keep, like, the Defenders.
Well, not just that. Like, you've got the Defenders and all that.
Yeah.
But also, here's the 2019 titles that could come to Netflix from just Marvels and Lucasfilms.
Yeah.
Infinity War, Ant-Man and Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers 4, Spider-Man Homecoming 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Han Solo, and Star Wars 8.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, not just those films, but I mean, all the stuff we already have. I mean, it's kind of sad because it's kind of bad for Netflix a little bit, because I go there to watch the Disney films. I've watched Moana probably 2 or 3 times, honestly, because it was a good film. I go there to watch, like, hey, I want to watch Mulan when it was on there. Not Mulan 2.
Want to watch Hercules.
Even Frozen, I think that was on there at one point. Just any of those actual Disney films.
That's how I got to watch the live action Jungle Book.
Exactly.
I got to catch up on that because
those live action ones, because it's on there. I rented Peach Dragon, and then all of a sudden, a week later, it was on there. It's like, well, I would have watched it on there too. Yeah. But it's like all those live ones now that they're making, all the old cartoons, or even the recent Pixar ones. I go on there to watch them, and me as a person that pays for their own Netflix account, I split a Hulu account with someone.
Okay.
And just for paying for those things, I'm not going to pay for another one.
And that's exactly it.
As much as I like Disney, I'm not going to pay for another one.
I'm going to be very frank here, and I'm going to
No, you're Ricky.
I'm going to warn you guys now, my language in this next statement might be a little graphic for some viewers.
Crude.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
I agree.
Like, the reason why... the ESPN one, I'm kind of like, okay, I guess, because the thing that I'm thinking of is, A, this is the stupidest shit in the world, because it's just Disney wanting more money. Yeah. It's Disney, so it knows people with kids, people our age that love Disney, people that grew up on Disney products, they're going to buy the service to get those Disney films.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If I had the expendable money, I would do it. Why not? But I don't have that, and I'm not going to do it.
Here's the thing I think we're getting at here, and this is where I'm kind of, where everyone complains about cable prices.
Yeah.
Everyone complains.
I do.
Let's be honest. I'm not saying that the cable companies are not trying to swindle our money, but they're trying to swindle our money. And everyone complains about cable, but look at where we're going in the online streaming service. Why can't we have it to where, and I know this is like a too good, like, why not try to bring everything together to pay for one thing instead of like, now it's like you almost have to, it might not be the exact same cost as cable, but it's ending up not being cheap anymore to do the cordless.
Exactly.
Because you've got, well, shit, I've got to get my Marvel titles and I've got to get this that's on just Netflix. Or let's say you're an Ozarks fan. Let's say you're a House of Cards fan. Well, crap, I got to get Netflix for that. Oh, well, I want to watch this and this. Well, shit, I got to get Hulu for that. Oh, crap, I want to watch my Disney movies. Well, I got to get the Disney service for that. Like, we're now getting to the point where there are so many streaming options. Plus, what if you're a guy like me? Ah, shit, guess I got to get the ESPN one because I want to watch my sports.
Yeah.
If I were to go cordless. Well, got to get my Red Zone. Got to get that for football season. That's another cost that you can get. Like,
gotta have the Amazon Prime account to watch those shows.
Like The Tick.
The Tick, as soon as it comes out, I'm going to start watching it.
And I know that Amazon Prime, what is it? They're Kirkman's comics, Skybound, I think it is. One of Kirkman's comics. They're in the talks of getting that for a Amazon Prime TV series.
Okay.
That was another thing I saw on superherohype.com this week. But we're getting so many of them to where it's like, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to end up being the same thing. And plus, you know what's the other thing I thought of with this? And this is kind of me being a dick. Yeah, with Skybound. Skybound closes TV deal with Amazon. So they are going to get Robert Kirkman, creator of Walking Dead and Invincible, Skybound. They're going to get one of his comic series for a TV deal with Amazon. But what I'm going to, and this is going to be a slap in the face to Disney, how many years did I hear about their precious fucking vault?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get this title before it goes into the vault forever.
That actually sounds very Disney.
So now it's not going into the fucking...
I'm actually kind of surprised. Ricky sounded very Disney there.
I sounded very goofy because that's what it is. It's fucking goofy.
All of it is.
But it's like, you told me about this fucking vault for years.
Yeah.
That I have to buy this before it goes into the vault. But now you have the streaming service and it's just going to be on the streaming service?
Ha! It was used to be in the vault. Now we're gonna put it out. Ha!
Like exactly.
Pay for it.
And we gotta watch the we gotta watch that. We don't want Disney suing us now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But
I won't do it again. I'm sorry, Disney.
I completely hate this just because I see this as it's a money grab by Disney. It's a money grab, especially like we don't even know if they're gonna let Netflix keep Marvel. Like, let's be honest. If Disney was smart, they'd say no.
For all we know, they may say no because we don't know. That's not guaranteed yet.
And I'm not saying should on our end. If they were looking out for us, then let Netflix keep it.
Yeah.
But if they were smart, like money-wise, say no. Because there will be more people that, there will be people that leave Netflix because, let's be honest, even the Marvel TV series.
Yeah.
The cartoons, those are gone.
Yeah.
All the Disney shows, those are gone.
Yep.
Everything is gone from Netflix.
That's a decent chunk of Netflix stuff, honestly.
Especially Netflix Kids.
Yeah.
I know you still have the Nick Jr. stuff and the PBS stuff, which
Cartoon Network stuff.
Arguably to me, the PBS stuff is a little bit better than the Disney stuff, but who am I to talk? I mean, Disney doesn't have Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood now, does it?
No,
now does it?
Can't touch that. Can't touch it.
That's what I think. If they were smart, they would just say, nah, fuck it, we're going to keep it.
Yeah, I guess.
Force the Marvel fans to buy your product. Force the Star Wars fans to buy your product.
I mean, when it comes down to that,
how many people buy DVDs anymore? I know you do. I'm just saying most people don't now.
I mean, at that point, I'll just buy either the DVDs or the digital downloads. I already own it, and I won't have to keep paying for a service. In the long run, my money will be more worth the money to buy the things than it would be for me to keep paying Disney to keep a streaming service. That's what, let's just say it's the same price as Netflix. That's 10 at the minimum. It's $9 a month. Let's just round it up to 10. That's $120 a year.
Yeah.
I could buy how many DVDs with that? They added like 25.
You tell me.
25.
You're the one that buys DVDs. I don't.
Well, DVD/digital download goes for about $25 approximately. That's almost 5 of them. And how many movies actually come out a year by them? About 5 of them?
No, like
the Marvel ones?
The 2019 slate: Toy Story 4, Frozen, Lion King.
Just put them. That's 3 of them. I've bought them then.
Well, and here's the thing that's going to kind of throw into that, and I know Toy Story is a part of it. Pixar's also there.
Yeah, that's another.
You're taking all the Pixar films off of Netflix
that's right.
as well. So they're not going to have any like Monsters Inc. You're not going to have Wreck-It Ralph. I believe that's Pixar too, right?
Yeah, that's Pixar.
You're not going to have any of those.
You're not going to have the Disney shorts. Nope. Those are fun to watch too.
Not going to have those at all either. I think this is, like I said,
Wall-E.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no,
it's only because
agree.
like it is a blatant money grab to me. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to buy it.
No,
I'm not
going
to buy it because I'm even a guy. You said you share a Hulu account with someone.
Yeah.
I have Netflix. And I barely use it. I barely have enough time for Netflix.
Yeah.
Like the way that I'm going, most of my watching, basically because of what I do here, is movies in the theater and then sports. It's sports. That's most of my intake is sports. And if I'm going to watch a movie, I mean, part of mine is, sometimes I go to Netflix for stuff. Like recently I've just thrown on Family Guy.
Yeah.
And let it just play in the background. But most of the time I'm like, I got HBO and show. I can just use that. I can just flip through there for movies. So really, I'm not going to go and buy, I'm not going to buy this Disney service because let's be honest.
No,
I have
wouldn't
the DVDs. I have the DVDs already. Mm-hmm. I have them in my collection at home. And I'm going to ask you this. This comes out in 2019. Does it fail or does it succeed?
As much as I would like it to fail, honestly, it's going to succeed just because you're going to have all the parents that like, oh crap, my kids need their Disney shows and they're not on Netflix anymore. You're going to have the people who are hardcore enough fans of any of those 4. Pixar, Disney itself, Marvel, and Lucas, and those last 2 are kind of questionable until we find out actually what's going to happen to them, that are going to be gone off of Netflix. So, I mean, you're going to have any of those people that like, you know what, I'll pay for the streaming thing because A, I got the expendable money, or B, so-and-so that I know of needs it / so-and-so being yourself maybe even. So you're going to get enough people that are going to pay for it.
I'm going to ask you this, too, because I already have... I'll give my opinion before you answer.
Go
just
for
so
it.
I'm not throwing 2 questions at you. Do you think we eventually get to... This is kind of a broad topic to end it. Do you think eventually we get to the point where, yes, everyone has cut the cord, but it's basically we have so many different streaming things to buy just to make everything complete that it's basically, great, that money that I was giving to the cable company, I'm now just spreading it out between Netflix, Hulu, Disney, this, that, and the other, just to make sure we get everything that we wanted from those cable people that were pulling the money out of our wallets. I think that's where we're headed.
I
think we're headed that way, and it's still we're still going to have the same problem we're complaining about now.
Hell, the ones you're talking about, they have HBO Go. We have one for that too. We have there's probably one for show as well. So I mean, yeah,
I believe the way HBO has it is you can pay one price to get HBO and HBO Go, but you can also just pay for HBO Go.
Exactly.
And just have it on your mobile device.
Exactly. So I mean, with that is the route we're headed to. I need to buy this one for this one. I need to buy this one for this one. I need to buy this one for this one. I need to pay for this one. You basically buying cable because those all add up. Like I said, Netflix is for the one I do is about $9 a month. Hulu, luckily because I'm splitting it with someone, price
when did you
is
get
$4.
When did you get Netflix?
Netflix, oh God, I got it when I around the time I first started college.
Did you get it when it was mail service too?
Yeah.
Did you do the mail service thing? Because we did.
Once or twice. I did.
Me and my family did. I paid for it too. That's what I remember.
I did a total of maybe 3 times because I actually.
It was like $16 a month, I want to say, originally.
The one I did, because I only did one movie at a time. So
yeah, I think
for me,
it
it
was set up for like 3 movies or
I didn't
like
do that one. That was the $16.
Well, my
Mine
sister
was like
wanted a
7.
movie. My mom wanted a movie. I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to watch all the streaming stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually used it because it was kind of pretty good to have during a history of music or history of theater class. So it's like, I'm sorry,
Johnny, pay attention in class. What?
History of movies class. So I actually got to do a report on the original King Kong movie.
Okay.
So that's the only reason I used. That is literally the only reason I used.
Because they used to have stuff where it was like, well, you can't stream this. You have to get it sent.
Oh, they still have
like
that.
The Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles was not sendable or not streamable. You had to get it sent.
They still have that service.
Do they?
Yeah. No.
If
you look up certain titles, you can only have them sent to you.
They still do that.
They still do that.
Wow.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I mean back to the actual thing we were talking about. There's going to be basically you're going to be paying for cable again.
Yeah.
Because these things all add up. Hulu, luckily, I'm only paying $4 out of $8 because the other guy's paying the other half.
I think Netflix went to $10.99.
Yeah, I think so. Depending on the service you have.
I think my grace period ended.
Yeah.
Because originally I was paying the original price of like $8 for that. We're raising prices, but you've been with us long enough to where we're going to give you a year or 2 year. They kept it the same price.
Yeah, no, I remember that too because I was the same way.
I think that grace period's over.
I think it is 10 something, like $11 a month now.
How much is Hulu? Hulu? You're on Hulu.
It's $8, but I split it with a guy, so I'm $4 and he pays $4. So
and then Disney is going to be about $10.
Yeah, if you want Disney, you'll have to pay $10 for all those.
I'm assuming the ESPN one will be about the same because it's
probably
Disney owned. I feel like this is yet again. I'll say it again: the stupidest shit in the world. I just won't stream Disney movies.
No, that's it. That's what it comes down to.
And these movies, Toy Story, Frozen, Lion King, let's be honest, because we do what we do for this channel, we're probably going to go see them anyways.
Yeah, we're going to go see them in theater. And then.
So I'll just see it in the theater. If we see it in the matinee, it's less than $10 to see that movie anyways. So there are ways around it. You don't have to buy this is what I'm saying. So don't feel like you have to.
Yeah, anyone watching this, you don't have to pay for that streaming service.
But I know people will. And this is where I want you guys, let us know what you think down below about this streaming service. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on Disney pulling everything off of Netflix? And really, what do you think about anything we talked about today on the podcast? Johnny and I throwing 4 topics at you. Also, don't forget to vote on Twitter or in the comment section. Let us know what color scheme, what design we should put on our X-Men logo that we're going to add somewhere to this set today. It just sat behind Johnny
me until we figure out where he's going to go.
Has a nice backdrop to Johnny. He wasn't part of the X-Men. He just kind of put that there for today.
I'm a mutant, so.
Also, let us know. We're still wondering about what cardboard cutout you would want us to feature when we eventually retire Iron Man. His pinky's getting worse.
Yeah, he is.
His pinky's getting a little worse.
His wrist isn't doing so hot either.
We're eventually going to retire him soon, but I want to thank you guys for either watching on YouTube, listening on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, or Stitcher. We cannot continue to do what we do for you guys every week without your support, so I want to thank you for that. Thank you guys yet again, and as always, have a good day, everybody.